Hey, what's up everybody? This is David from Babylon Sector. I just wanted to do a little Let's Play video of Shadowrun. It's a 1994 game for the Sega Genesis. It's based on the pen and paper role-playing game of the same name. But this is one of the games that really got me interested in cyberpunk early on. Super dark, kind of open world sandbox game, really kind of ahead of its time as far as the Sega goes. So let's jump in. This first video is going to be kind of to get you familiarized with the setting, some of the informational screens, and then we'll kind of do a few missions to just kind of show you what's going on. So I'm going to hit start. It's going to show us a little intro to kind of set the tone. But this takes place in mid 21st century Seattle, in the typical kind of cyberpunk tropes apply. And it has the cool little Matrix guy zapping the Sega logo with some lightning. But let's jump in. There's three different classes. A samurai, who's going to be more of your straight damage dealer with guns. Technically you can get some sort of Wolverine style claws. There's the decker, and this character is going to be a little more able to interface with computers, do hacking runs on the Matrix, etc. And then this guy who's a magic user. Magic users pretty weak in this game. We'll choose a samurai. I just think it's the most well-rounded of all the classes, and you can actually do anything the decker can do with enough training. So we'll jump in, hit the samurai, and we'll watch this brief intro. Under the covers of darkness, a team of Shadowrunners moves through the Silesian wilderness. Without warning, they are ambushed by unknown forces. The massacre is over quickly, but captured on the Trivid by one of the slain members' cyber eyes. The Trivid was recovered and made national news. Michael, your brother, was the last to die. Spending your last New Yen to go to Seattle, you vow to avenge your brother's death. Landing on a SeaTac airport, you flag a cab and bring you to Michael's last credit stick transaction, Stoker's Cove Motel, located in the Remont Barrens. And here we go. So, I'm not going to ruin too much of the plot. I mean, it's a pretty simplistic plot. I mean, you're avenging your brother. What's cool about this is, unlike a lot of the games, you know, from the same era, this isn't the good guy saves the princess or the good guy saves the world. You could almost do like GTA style assassinations on the street. You're playing a very morally ambiguous character, which is pretty interesting considering a lot of the like JRPGs on the Genesis were sort of that good versus evil thing, so it's pretty cool. A lot of this game takes place in dialogue menus, so you do have a fair amount of reading to do, and your choices sometimes have pretty big consequences. So we'll try to pick up Michael's stuff, and as you can see, this guy wants me to pay. I don't have any money, so he's telling me to go to Gunderson, who's looking for some runners. So we'll do some missions and kind of show you what's up. Before we do that, we can just kind of go over the informational screen. This is actually pretty impressive for a Sega Genesis game, considering the sort of limitations of the system. So this kind of shows us the status of my character. You're always named Joshua. but it shows the, your physical and mental health, which does go down when you get attacked. It shows the kind of weapon I have. You can see it's just some general stats. Over here is the equipment my guy has. You can do things like equip, discard, trade if we had another member of our party. Attributes. This kind of shows the level of each kind of attribute that my character has. These are all the defaults. So you can see there's things involving your attack, your strength, your acumen with different weapons, some sort of technical skills, magic. So it's your typical kind of RPG system here. Cyberware, you can get different kind of cybernetic augmentations. All we have right now is hand racers, which admittedly I won't be using that much. Magic, if I had other magic spells, which I don't with this guy, it would show these, but this just shows my magical defense, which is pretty poor to start. The one thing that's a really helpful tool in this game is a notebook. It can show you lots of different stuff. You can use it as a reference to show you kind of what's going on with your run, who's going to offer you some quests. So like we have Mr. Gunderson here, who's a Mr. Johnson, and he basically is going to give us missions. We're going to take them, decline them, depending on how much he's going to pay us. And like it says, Mr. Gunderson is a small-time Johnson who works out of the Jump House bar. As we go along, we'll find guys who can give us a greater variety of missions and pay us a lot more money. The one thing about this game is it is super grindy. It's one of those games that it takes money to make money. So a lot of it is grinding through quests, missions to get certain items, and items can be really expensive in this game. So this Let's Play isn't going to be about watching me grind a ton of stuff out, but I do want to show you kind of a good way to get started, and then I'll kind of time lapse it forward a bit to kind of show you each part of the game. So as you can see, I'm already getting attacked, and what's really strange is the camera actually slows down when you get attacked and the guys chase you. So you can kind of have a clue that you're about to get attacked. So before I get killed, I'm just going to start firing at these guys. Keep in mind my gun is pretty weak. You kind of have to do this gamey sort of running around because these guys are really on my ass right now. And as I get stronger and quicker and get a better gun, these fights get a lot easier, but you can kind of see, just kind of kite them around. So I need 250 new yen to get Michael's stuff out of the Stoker's Coffin Motel, so we'll go ahead and start doing some missions. This guy, Gunderson, is pretty small time. He says, "Holy friend, don't be so obvious. Old Stoker likes to toss my name around, but if you want to stay healthy in the shadows, you do well to just refer to me as Mr. Johnson." So we're going to ask him for some information. And a lot of these guys can give you contacts for other people. Some people can sell you weapons, ID cards, weapons permits, hacking modules. It's good to kind of explore each menu for each character because you may just be missing out on some stuff. We don't really have a lot of money right now, so we'll go ahead and just get some missions going. So this guy really only offers two types of missions: courier missions, which involve either getting a package and taking it from point A to point B, or escorting someone from point A to point B, which are it's all pretty easy, but it can get kind of boring, and it's very low reward. The second that he'll offer is to kill ghouls, And so what we're going to do is we are going to take a bunch of courier missions, get a couple of decent weapons, and then we'll farm some ghouls to make some money quickly. So he already offered a ghoul contract. This is 20 new yen per ghoul is definitely not enough. Plus I'm not even in remotely kind of the equipment level we need for ghouls. So you can just kind of keep asking him. I'll keep declining until we get some courier missions. It would be nice too, and that's a lot of ghoul quests in a row, but here we go. So it says go to the Hollywood Correctional Facilities in the Redmond Barrens. There you'll meet my client Neuromancer, which is a nice nod to William Gibson's Neuromancer. He wants you to escort him to the Rat's Nest. So he's going to offer 50. We're going to take that. And here we go. We're going to start just doing some escort quests until we can get to 250 new yen necessary to get Michael's stuff out of the motel. So if you ever get lost, you can hit your notebook, current run, and it'll kind of go over the criteria for your mission. Back in the day, the back of the case had a map. Kind of got to start memorizing where these things are. I mean, I know these things like the back of my hand. So it's usually not too bad. And then you just go in here, and Neuromancer has been delivered. So you can see if you go to the Pocket Secretary, we've gone from 20 to 70 new yen. I am playing this on Steam on the Sega Mega Drive and Classics game. This is technically not supported by them. This is a mod for Phantasy Star 2. There's only like 25 or 30 actual Sega games, but they've opened up workshop support, and people have just ported a lot of different games over, and this is one of the ports. So we only have one save slot, but that's fine. So as you're kind of walking around, you'll sometimes get approached by these sketchy fellows who want to sell you grenades. Grenades are very rarely worth it. But you know, he offers to sell you some. So you have the three options. You can attack this guy, you can take the grenades, and you can walk away. Walking away is almost always the right decision. And next time he offers, we can take it just to kind of show you some of the things that can happen. But for now, I'm not in a position to be able to handle that. So we're going to go from the nuke plant back to the jump house. Again, it's pretty grindy. I mean, we're going to do... Oh, and here we go. More of these guys. And it's really about not getting hit. See, I'm getting pounded by these guys pretty badly. And so I did kill him, but as you can kind of see, under my guy's picture, my health bar is getting low. It's pretty tough. Early on, you're weak. Your gun sucks. You can't take a hit. And so we really need to get a better gun. I mean, that's the first thing we're going to do once we get Michael's money. Or get the money to get his stuff. Save scumming is pretty much necessary in this game. This game is so hard. You can't really avoid save scumming. So we're going to do another escort here. Then again, I'm not gonna. This is not about watching me grind out boring escort missions, but I just wanted to show you kind of how I start. So the next video, it will be when we have the money and we can jump in and grab a good gun, and I'll kind of show you guys around there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit like if you like, subscribe to my channel, and look forward to seeing you on the next video.